Hello, it's an opportunity to talk to you about linguistics and language sciences. It's a very important domain of investigation. It's an academic field that is not well known, and it is appropriate to talk about what linguists do. I would like to begin by saying that linguistics is the scientific study of human language, and it has various subfields. Linguists are not people who know too many languages. Linguists are not people who analyze language very differently or study literature. They are people who study language scientifically in all aspects of language. Linguists look at language scientifically, and they begin by looking at how sounds are produced, how they are perceived, how sounds combine to produce syllables, how syllables combine to produce words, how words are formed, how word parts exist, how words combine together to produce phrases and sentences. These are all areas important to a linguist. So formally, linguistics is studied in many parts of the world, but it is our pride that this science took off mainly in India. It has deep roots in India, and the works of Panini, Patanjali and Katyayana are important to note. Panini provided some very interesting, very precise rules by which the behavior of human language can be explained, the functioning of human language can be explained without exceptions. If we look at various subfields of linguistics, there are areas like phonetics, which is the study of speech sounds. Speech sounds are sounds produced by human vocal apparatus. These are sounds produced by human vocal apparatus. And there are three main areas within phonetics. One is called the articulatory phonetics, where the production is focused, production of sounds is focused. Then there is acoustic phonetics, where the physical property of speech sounds are focused. And then there is auditory phonetics, where the perception of human speech sound is focused. But these sounds are not considered from the viewpoint of a given language. These are studied free of languages. The moment we start understanding them according to a given language, it becomes phonology. And in phonology, we study human speech sounds, the way they behave in a given language. We look at vowels and consonants. We look at how vowels and consonants combine to produce attested syllables in the concerned language. Then we'll also look at something called morphology, which studies words and word parts. It looks at the internal structure of words, and when we study morphology, we learn something called morphemes, which are important to understand words. These can add to our understanding of words, and to some extent meaning also. Apart from the study of the structure of words, we can also know how larger words or multi-word expressions are formed. That means we can understand word formation processes also. Then there is a subfield called syntax, where we study the structure of sentences and how sentences are formed. After that, we study something called semantics, where the study focuses on meaning. Semantics studies how meanings are formed, but this is free of languages. So ideas about words and relations between words is also studied there. And what can be the relations between words? The relations between the words are called relationships of synonyms, relationships of antonyms, relationships of polysemy, homonymy, like some words have similar meaning, some words have opposite meaning, some words have related meaning, some words have unrelated meanings. Then there is a study of meaning again under the name called pragmatics, where the focus is on a given language, how meaning is formed from the given context. And in pragmatics we study the meaning as it occurs in a given language according to the context. There are larger subfields like discourse, also stylistics, where particular styles of a given individual is used. These are some main areas of linguistics, but there are other hybrid areas also which are important for us to know. One among them is called sociolinguistics, where the focus is on studying variations as it occurs due to social and cultural factors. All of us do not speak alike even though we use the same language. These variations are because of factors that can be region, that can be economic background, that can be academic background, that can be anything like that. So gender, for instance, or health conditions, all these make us speak in different ways. Our pronunciations can vary, the selection of words can vary, the way we formulate sentences can vary. All of it produces what is called variation, and sociolinguistics focuses on variations, and it helps us understand language from the standpoint of variation. Another hybrid discipline or combinatorial discipline is called psycholinguistics, where the focus is to know how language, mind and brain are related. The relationship among language, mind and brain is an important thing, because after all, language is a mental phenomena, and brain is the site of language. In that case, it tries to understand how brain processes language, how language is acquired, how and why some people lose language, and how some people recover from language loss. These are very important areas, because these are areas that connect with human beings when they are behaving in society. Apart from sociolinguistics and psycholinguistics, it is also important for us to take a note of other emerging areas like computational linguistics, where computers are being trained to perform like humans perform when they are using language. So computers are being trained to understand sentences and produce sentences. They are being trained to produce words. They are being trained to convert a spoken text into a written text, or they are being trained to convert a written text into a spoken text. There are several other areas which are important. For instance, stylistics, which tries to identify individual styles of language use, by which we can say that every one of us have a kind of a signature to the way we use our language, and our authorships can be determined through the insights from stylistics, due to which linguistics also has a participatory role in forensic sciences, and a new area like forensic linguistics is taking off. Thank you.